Good evening, everyone. According to my clock, it is now 7 o'clock. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I will call the Selectmen's meeting, Board of Selectmen's meeting for Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 to order. All three selectmen are present. And I just wanted to remind the public that this meeting is being recorded. And if you would kindly, unless you're ready to give a citizen's comment, keep your platform muted. So keep yourself muted and feel free to unmute yourself when we get to citizens' comments, etc. So we'll begin with the approval of the minutes. Make a motion first that we approve the Board of Selectmen special meeting minutes from March 24th, 2020.
I will second that for you.
And that leads to a
Discussion.
second? I'm sorry. The second first. Oh wait, I made the motion. Oh my gosh. I've been selling Cinco de Mayo food for the last 4 hours, nonstop. I'm a little bit worn out.
That's okay.
Please forgive me. So we'll move on to discussion. I know there was a question about the 1-year contract from item number 4 from that evening's meeting, and Dottie provided with us with a verbatim that she had gotten from the recording. So I just not sure how everybody wants to proceed as how she should word the description when she makes.
I thought the way that she did it verbatim made sense. But Ken, what were your thoughts?
I'm good with it.
Okay. So we can just add that as maybe an attachment or add that into the minutes?
That would be as amended minutes.
As amended.
Okay. So
The verbatim motion to add the verbatim as provided by the recording secretary to the minutes.
okay, so we'd accept.
No, there's a motion on the floor.
Right,
to
so we'd
accept the
accept
minutes.
the motion with this amendment of
Sure.
adding the verbatim.
With the amendment.
Yep.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I'll make a motion that we accept the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes from April 21st, 2020.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
No, they look good to me.
It did look good to me too.
Yeah.
They were fine.
Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, correspondence. We had received from the company that's doing the pesticide application for P&W Railroad. They're going to be beginning after May 19th, 2020. The Selectmen's office does have the contact information if there was any members of the public that wish to contact this company with questions, etc. Is there any other correspondence at this time?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't have anything.
Okay. So we'll move on to agenda item 3, Selectmen's comments.
I actually don't have anything tonight.
Just that Board of Finances trying to do their due diligence with some very tough decisions, and with we did have issues with the Thursday meeting, I think it was, for
Technical.
yeah, technical difficulties for the finance director, but she did get that resolved for last night's meeting. So we are moving ahead. So that is a positive. The only other thing, which depending on your point of view, good or bad, is the governor did call the school for the rest of the year.
That's right.
Erring on the side of caution. It's great. It does change the dynamics for parents and so forth going forward for normally roughly the third week of June. So if they go back to work or something, it could pose a difficulty for them with, because the kids are going to be home. So
Right.
it hasn't been easy for anybody.
Absolutely not. Yeah, those computer glitches with Zoom, I think we're all going to get a turn eventually. So I've had my turn with it. So, and I think last week, even Rhonda wasn't really loud. You couldn't hear her on Thursday.
Yeah, one day last week. Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I have to share is that the other thing the governor mandated is that we will not be able to entertain any type of referendum to adopt this budget. So it is solely in the hands of the Board of Finance. I commend the departments at the town hall. They've all done their due diligence in finding areas to cut their budgets. Additionally, I know some of the public, they're stressed because now we're not going to be able to vote on this budget. But I want the public to know that we're doing everything we can to hear their voice. We have set up an email address that people can email their concerns. It goes directly to the Selectmen's office. The email address is budget@thompsonct.org. And as soon as we receive those budget comments and suggestions, we forward those right to the Board of Finance, and all the members of the Board of Finance receive those. Additionally, a week from this Thursday, May 14th, we're going to have a public hearing, and it's going to solely be on comments. There will be comments, suggestions, critiques about the budget. It's solely for the people to share their thoughts and opinions. So I know there's been some controversy about whether or not the Board of Finance has 2 comments for citizens. Well, this is an opportunity solely for people to log on through Zoom and express their comments. So we're excited to provide that for the public as well. Additionally, just so that people know and understand, so that's May 14th, there will be 2 full weeks before the Board of Finance has to adopt a budget. So they will also have their May 21st meeting, and if we have to, we can have one more meeting, potentially more if it's necessary. So there will be ample time for people to express their opinions on the budget. And that's all I wanted to share tonight.
All right.
If there's no further selectmen's comments, we will move on to citizens' comments at this time. And please know that you can either select the chat button, you can raise a hand, or you can unmute yourself and just say, "Hey, I want to give a comment." At this point, there is a comment in the chat section. It's from Dick Trudeau from 192 Wager Road. He says, "I also commend the town hall management and employees regarding the proposed cuts to the initial budget presentation." Thank you, Dick. They really did their due diligence with that.
No.
At this point, are there any other citizens' comments? You can either chat, type something into the chat, or you can unmute yourself at this time. Just gonna give people a few more moments. And hearing or seeing none, we will move on to agenda item 5, fire department tax rebates. I would make a motion that we accept and apply the tax rebates that have been requested by the fire departments for their eligible members.
Second.
Okay, and any discussion?
I just do have a question. Are cars part of that abatement, or is it just houses or property?
I believe it's cars as well.
Okay.
It's any property tax that is paid that the people are taxed on.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay.
Is there Any other discussion at this point? Oh, I had a motion on the floor. Did I get a second? I'm sorry.
I gave the second.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. So without any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, so moving on to agenda item 6, discussion and possible action, ordinance 10009, conflict of interest. I'm feeling I should stay in for this one at this point. Ken, you did receive some word from,
Yes.
Yes, after the meeting, as I did reach out to Ken Slater, forwarded him all the information that the registrars had forwarded, gave him a quick, conversation about the whole thing, how long it's been going, what's been involved, and we got the response back from him that there is no conflict of interest because the Board of Selectmen are not in control of that. It is strictly, and I'm paraphrasing, strictly by the registrars and so his opinion, there is no conflict. So I'm good with that. I trust the law firm that we had hired a couple of years ago. They do an outstanding job, and since they deal with so many towns, they're very versed in it, all of these areas.
so at this time, yep, go ahead, Suzanne, I'm sorry.
If I could just, thank you, Ken, for reaching out to them. And I also do not have an issue or a problem with this. I'm confident that the interpretation that the attorneys presented to us is valid, and I think our job is done here.
I would agree.
Thank you, Ken.
So at this time, we can assume there's no further action with this agenda item.
Correct. Do we need to take any action on it?
A point of order, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Frank.
A serious accusation has been made against outstanding members of the community. And I think if that accusation is going to be refuted, it should be in the form of a motion and a vote, if you will pardon my opinion of the matter.
I'll defer this to my other 2 selectmen.
Can I ask, Frank, what your suggestion, the motion would be?
Accept the interpretation.
Would that be to waive the ordinance?
Oh, I had planned to, excuse me. Go ahead, Suzanne.
No, I would appreciate your input on how the motion would be written.
Why don't, this is a possibility that we make a motion to accept the interpretation of the conflict of interest as provided by the town attorney. His interpretation. Any thoughts, Frank?
I'm waiting for a second on your motion, Ken. Sounds fine to me, but it's not for me to rule on.
I mean, it's a formality. If it's something that it puts it in print that way, and that way, sure, I'll give you a second.
I mean, it's part of correspondence anyway.
It's in print.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I think it's suffice, but if everybody feels better, I mean.
For the record, it's not been swept under the rug. There is a formal vote, and I'm looking forward to putting a period on the end of that sentence. I like your motion, Ken.
So you have a motion and a second on the floor.
Yeah, it's only you and myself
Yeah.
to vote on this, so.
So there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Amy, are you going to abstain?
I will abstain.
Okay, so I will say yes.
Yes. So that passes.
That
Motion
motion
passes.
passes. All right.
And,
Yep.
I don't know if Frank got a copy of it or whatever, but at least if we have it there, so that way if somebody asks for it, we have it in writing.
Fine. Take your word for it, Ken.
All right, at this point, we'll move on to agenda item 7, which is other business. Anyone have any other business tonight to?
I don't have anything.
I don't either.
Okay, so agenda item 8, citizens' comments. Any
Madam
citizens'
Chairman, if
comments?
I may,
Yes.
the registrars of voters submitted a request for a waiver from ordinance 10-009 for providers of services and supplies for elections in Thompson. We followed the rules. We presented our request in writing and with supporting documentation. And I'm kind of concerned that this item has not shown up on the agenda of your meetings, which is basically a blanket waiver from the requirements of this ordinance. So if you would please put that on your agenda sometime real soon, I would be very comfortable in regard to advising or Eileen's and mine poll workers that they would not be subject to an accusation of conflict of interest and a $100 fine as a penalty. So it's trouble enough running these elections without this kind of interference. That's why we're asking for this waiver.
All right.
So Amy, can we add that to the next meeting, agenda for the next meeting? So we can
Absolutely.
do this in
Absolutely.
a formal way, so.
And Mr. McGarry, can you state your address again? I don't know if Dottie had that. I want the recording secretary to have that.
It's number 225 Chase Road, and that's in Thompson, and the zip code is 06277.
Thank you very much.
You're entirely welcome. It's a pleasure indeed.
Any other citizens' comments? Okay, so oh wait,
Please.
Suzanne, your house is really loud.
I'm sorry. Between the dogs and the kids.
So hearing none and seeing none, we'll move on to the next item, which is item number 9, agenda item number 9, tax refunds, which I do not have any. And then that leaves us with agenda item 10.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
So Suzanne motions to adjourn, Ken seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everyone.
Good
night.
night. Thank you.